Hey guys, Derage here. So last time I made a video I felt really bad because it's mostly negative, and I was trying to do a regular autopilot video, but I had some fails in the roads that I chose, so I had to name it Autopilot Fails, which kind of blew up on Reddit and people freak out and they get scared, and AP1 owners got scared. I don't even know why. That was not my intention. So I figured do another video. I just drove with Autopilot all day today, and it worked awesome. Not in like, you know, little out of the way roads, narrow out of the way roads, but you know, in major roads with traffic. So that's what I wanted to do, and you know, hopefully show you guys a more positive side of Autopilot, because you know, the last video wasn't too positive, and I felt guilty because it's not that bad of a system. Like right now it's on, and there's no cars behind me right now, so I can leave it on for a little bit in this road. This is like 45 miles an hour, so we're going 35 because that's all we can. But as you can see, it keeps really good track of the lines, and you know, it doesn't drive like a drunk or anything. It drives like fairly stable. And I just did my whole commute pretty much on Autopilot today for the most part, and it, you know, it worked really great. This is on more well-traveled roads, you know, instead of little unknown roads. The only time where it actually has a problem, it's like merging and stuff like that, and you know, the car just went to cross. So we, you know, it kind of braked a little bit, but that's the TechX. No, was it the TA? Oh, yes, I sped. I pushed the accelerator above 35. So then he's just balking at me, complaining. But let me go here. Some other side roads, which is not 45 miles an hour. So then I can show you guys some more. And you know, still side roads, but not really bad side roads. So over here it's 30. There's pedestrians here, which is fine. I just wish it would stop at places, because you know, the way it is right now, you have to activate and deactivate Autopilot, just like now. This is a 4-way stop, and after the buzz, silver car didn't wait for the buzz. And blue car, you're not going, it's my turn. And okay, so this is another road, which is a 30 mile an hour, so we're going against the sun. Just pretty much the same situations, about the same time where I recorded the other video. It hugs a little bit left more than I would want to, and just went over a little bit of the you know, so these are like sharp curves, and that's why I chose this road. They're pretty sharp curves, and it's negotiating just fine, and you know, at the speed limit here, which is 35-ish. It's really 30, but people go 35 and 40 and stuff. So now we go back to 35, and as you can see, and then what I found is you can nudge it a little bit to the side without disengaging Autopilot. So hopefully that trains it that, you know, it's not supposed to go over this side too much. If it detects the tension, you can give it a little tension without actually, you know, disengaging Autopilot. I don't know if it responds to that or not, but it would be cool if it did. Alright, so the car in front of us is speeding up, so I'm going to disable. I'm going to speed up a little bit too, because this area people like to go like 40, 45, even though it's like 35-ish zone. But you know, for the most part, it did just fine. These types of roads right now where you know, you have incoming traffic, it's not really the ideal scenario for Autopilot in the city. And there's people saying you're not really supposed to use in the city. Well, the firmware update is for the city. Local roads. That's actually was the name of firmware. Local roads. So besides that, that's debatable, right? If it's supposed to be used in highways only or city only. They obviously want us to train and use in the city and make corrections as needed. Just have to be extra cautious when using the city. So that being said, this is not the best road for it because there's incoming traffic. But the roads on my commute, they're all multi-lane roads. They're not highways per se, but you know, they're major roads, and they're all multi-lane, and it is great. It was really no incident, nothing. I mean, no hesitation or nothing. I'm gonna let this car go in front. So this road will enable, but again, not the ideal road for Autopilot, but will still enable. There is nobody behind me, so and this is where Autopilot could bias more to the right instead of the left. And crazy asshole. Obviously, he doesn't have Autopilot. I don't know what's up with that. Drunk or something. Well, if you guys want to see a case for Autopilot, that was one right there. Definitely Autopilot to avoid assholes like that, but not this Autopilot where you can take over. Should be the ones like you cannot take over, no matter how dumb you are and how drunk you are. Because as long as people can take over, there's always going to be somebody that's drunk enough to be stupid. Not every drunk is stupid, but you know, there's a lot of stupid people, and then they get drunk and then they become stupid drunks. But anyways, going away from the positive side of the video, even though that jerk almost like hit me, well, not really, but I would go in the grass, but still not very nice. And I'm sure not what you guys wanted to see either. So, alright, let's go straight here. I've actually never been this road. I know that there is a, even though it's, alright, I know there's a sharp turn here, according to the sign, so we're gonna see what happens. This is gonna be interesting. Actually, let me slow down. Oh, it's actually end of the road type of situation. Yeah, Autopilot's just gonna wanna go. Yeah, pretty sure. Yep. Alright, so this is another very local. This one's in bad shape. So if it misbehaves in here, it's really not Autopilot's fault. The road is kind of like under construction and old and narrow. So these are the type of roads the Autopilot had a problem with before. And you can't even see in the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but in the display it looks very narrow, because it is. And hopefully you can see over there in the display. And it's actually doing really well. There's a car coming there, because I don't trust in this kind of road. This is a 45 mile an hour road in this horrible condition as well. There's a sharp turn here. Maybe it's just a regular turn, not like an end of the road type of situation. See if we can negotiate that. To be safe, we're gonna go 25 miles an hour. And there is a car coming, so we're gonna hold the wheel and going over the yellow lane, so we take corrective action. And hopefully Tesla sees that. Oh, no. So in this car we didn't do very well at all, but that's to be expected. Like I said, narrow roads. not the 4th day yet. We know it has a problem with it. So I enable autopilot and made corrective action. So hopefully that trains the system some. And now we're kind of stuck in this traffic. Come on, today. Okay. Yep, so I've done my whole commute today pretty much on autopilot. It's not that far, maybe, actually it says right there, it's 37 miles. So about 30 miles, because we've probably been driving 7 miles. And everything was fine. So I felt bad about the other video where, you know, we're taking those sharp turns and stuff. Well, initially, but I didn't expect those to succeed. But the other ones, certainly, I did expect, like in that road, where it goes in the middle of the road, that was kind of insane, actually. But it is like a road, very little travel, very narrow. And so, I mean, this road's right here, it excels at it. This is like the best at. Too bad this is a 45 and there's cars coming. But like, you can almost sleep on it if you wanted to. Obviously, don't, but it's just an expression, people. It's really good at it. So whenever I encounter traffic, and we're gonna catch some traffic here where we're going, and you guys will be able to see it. It's very solid. Some, you know, it has excellent performance on these types of roads. It's multi-lane roads, basically. And that's to be expected, because it's more like highway, and most of the training done up to this point is probably being highway. So it's to be expected that this roads autopilot will perform better than the, you know, narrow single lane two-way roads. So as soon as we drop speed limit here, okay, we can enable autopilot. Already sees the car over there, and it's gonna stop. And if he doesn't, I'm ready. But he always does, which is good. That's what we want to see. Okay, there we are. And I think I found also a better camera angle where you guys can see the indicator there. I had to mess around with my attachments for the camera, but I think I found one that works out pretty good. And because I have a solar roof, I was able to stick that up in the roof. It's a little extension, and it worked out pretty good. And it's still, you know, it doesn't like obscure my vision too, which is good, because that would be bad. So the camera is over here and my vision's over here, so I can get to see the road. So this video is getting to be long, but it is rush hour traffic, so it's to be expected. So we're gonna check my email really quick. Nope, not going to anymore because it's moving. So never mind that. Email can wait. Okay, I have a call. It's my wife. And let's just see. So you can see we went through the red light, you know, through the intersection. there's no lanes or nothing, and that worked out pretty good. So now I'm gonna take over because the car in front of me is going faster than we can with autopilot. We drop below 35, we can engage it again so you guys can see it. And there we are. Whenever we're coming from a curve, it's kind of scary. Okay, somebody's playing music loud. That is not me. Okay. Unfortunately, these lights are... So that's the light we're stuck on the other side the last time. Sorry about this, Silas. I had to text my wife. Oh, we're waiting this light. Actually, I have to go back there, so we have to come back. And we're gonna get some traffic. Oh, so it just freaked out there. I don't know why, but you know, at least you alerted us to pick it up. Actually, let's speed through here. Make the turn here. Make a U-turn right here. Okay. Nope, not yet. Okay. See, as you can see, this lane, like this is where it really works. And we're just gonna go straight because we have to make a turn over there. But you know, basically this is how we came the whole round, you know, the whole commute from work, and it worked beautifully. And I felt bad from the last video because it wasn't that great. Over here I don't know how it's gonna work because the lane kind of goes in, so I'm gonna take it over here and slow down manually just in case. So I want, you know, like I told you guys, I want to make a little video that's a little bit more positive, and hopefully you guys can see that it works really well in this in certain situations. Yes, and also doesn't work really well in certain situations, but it's, you know, it's growing pains from Autopilot, and it doesn't affect Autopilot 1. It's only Autopilot 2, but it's coming along nicely, and I have faith that Tesla will have all the bugs and kinks worked out in no time. The thing that helps do that is people using it in different situations, so you know, the neural net can learn. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.